Okay, so here we have our app here with this one for clicking, and so let's look at it here. Let's try to run it on this emulator once again so that we'll know how it will look like on the emulator. Okay, so let's wait for the emulator to bring it out. To soon be out. Here we are, and here is our app, and this is how the app is. But right now you cannot click here, and we cannot see the happy birthday that we wrote here. So I know that you want to ask me where is our write-up and what happened to our write-up. Of course our write-up is still there, but then when you're working on in this kind of view, in our constraint view, what you bring first is what will come first, and what you bring last is what will come last. So is the way you arrange them that you get them. So what I was supposed to do basically was to have brought the image first before bringing them, before doing the write-up. You see the write-up is here, but it's not showing because it's assumed that the write-up should be behind the image because it came after the image. So what should we do in this situation? You go back to your code, you click here to go back to your code, and let's inspect our code critically. So this is the design code, and look at text view, it came before the every other thing. So I can as well copy this image. Let me copy this image. Well, I'll cut the image and place it before the text view in order for the text to show. So that would now indicate that the image comes before the text. So let's do it and see what happens. Okay, come here and press enter and paste your code. That's the code we got from that's our image view code that was auto generated. So let's look at it whether it's going to show our text right now. Okay, so now we brought the image before the text view. So let's check whether it has been rectified and whether happy birthday Gladys is going to show on the screen right now. So let's check the design view. Wow, here we have it. We have a happy birthday Gladys. Let's zoom it in. Yes, it's clearly showing that I wrote something here. So that's what you do. So what you bring first will always be first, and what you put last will always be the last thing that you do, that you have. Then I haven't taught you guys how to bring up your emulator. I got an emulator here. This is my emulator, and it's showing me this. So if I want to run the emulator again, I click here again and I run it. But then how did I create this emulator? If you are using this for the very first time, you will not have this emulator because you have not created it. And what should you do to create your emulator? So you go to um, tools, you click on tools, okay, you click on AVD manager, okay. Then these were the two emulators that I created by myself. So if I need a new emulator now, you go to create virtual device, you click on it. So there are a lot of inbuilt virtual devices that you can use to preview your work. So look at now, have Pixel 2, Pixel 2 XL, Pixel 3. These are phones kind of by Google. Here on this screen here, at the side there you have television. So if you want to preview how your work will look like on television, you can use this TV option and create an emulator for television. Then this one is for phone. You can click on any of them. Any of these phones that you click on is what you get. This is where operating system can create any of them. This tablet. You want to preview how your stuff is going to look like on tablet. This is what you click. Then on automotive, the same thing. So you click on phone. Right now we're using phone to check how this thing is going to look like. You click on phone. I chose this, or you can choose Pixel 2L. So this the size, ratio, the density of it, everything it says. So if you like this, you click next and it will bring you here. So any of this will do. You can, or it will naturally select one for you, so which is like a good choice for you. So you just click next. But if you want to change your uh, option, you have any of this to change to, then you can click next, and then you come here and you click finish. I had two emulators before, so this is now going to be my third emulator. So you wait for it to finish and you have your emulator. Okay, now we've got this, and we've been able to know how to create our emulator. So let's go back to our codes and see something there. Now when you come to this code, you see something like you see all these stuffs you're seeing here, they were auto generated, including all these codes everywhere. All the codes there, they were generated automatically because I was dragging and dropping, and each of the things I was dragging and dropping was coming with its own codes. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't learn how to write all these codes. You need to learn how to write all these codes by yourself, because sometimes you may need to type them manually. Sometimes when you're typing, you have options of autocomplete, so it's not that difficult to type. For instance, if I type Android here right now, if I want to type, I'll start seeing or to see a lot of autocomplete options. So any of these features that I want to bring, if it's Android, layout, margin, and all that, you get them. And remember to write them exactly the way you are seeing them here. This must be preceded by this. Then you must you see this quotation marks, they are very compulsory for the action that you want it to perform. Now coming to this place, you have an address. This is supposed to be an address. Now you should write your package name just like the way we wrote it when we were opening this package. We started with com, then dot. No grammar, no worries, is the name of my this thing of my uh website. So you type it. It's trying to autocomplete it for me, so I can decide to choose the autocomplete, but then it's good to type it to an extent so that you don't have errors. No grammar, no worries. You can be looking at the option in the autocomplete and be typing. Then dot my birthday. Then you now click like this, and this will change to green. If it's still showing you red, it means you've committed a blunder which you must rectify. So this is how it is. So with a new Android version, you don't need to actually type many of these things again. Formerly, we used to type, you change the layouts. For instance, this constraint layout now, you can decide to change it to linear layout, just to tell the system that the thing should be arranged in a line kind of. But right now we don't need all those ones again, so the work is easier and faster. So that's that. So this address I added here is compulsory. So you have to always be careful to add this particular address you're seeing. You add your own. Your own right now is going to look like this, but then this name will change to something like example, then dot. The name you used to save your own, this is the name I used for my own, then dot main activity. It must end with this dot main activity. So that's about this. Then looking at our text, this is the text that we use. So you notice that the text we used was too tiny and it wasn't really showing anything. So we have the option of formatting the text that we use here by going. Okay, to format the text that we used, we'll go to this place. We'll come to the design phase by clicking here. So you come to the design phase. You highlight this text. Okay, so the text is showing that it's constrained already, and let's scroll down to see what's to see where we can change the attributes of the text. We can use this and scroll down. Look at text attributes now. Auto size, auto mini text, and all that. Auto text background, buffer type, capitalize. You understand? So all this, you can choose any of this. You can decide to capitalize the characters. You understand? So we can decide to do whatever we want with our text, and it will work for us. Okay, so then let's not click any of this yet, but then all the attributes you need for this, they are here. So you can decide to format the text as you like, and I want you to do it and check it by yourself and see what has changed, so that you'll be able to. You can see a lot of them here. We have a lot of attributes that you want, so this is where you can get them fixed. You can even change your text color here. You can change your text color, length, and all that. You have a lot of color codes here. Okay, then look at our text size is 14 sp, so you can change it to, let's change it to 18 sp. Yes, you see that our text has automatically adjusted and it has changed to that 18 sp. Okay, then this is the text style. You can choose any of these styles. Okay, this one is normal style. You can make it bold or italic, like that. So okay, so this is like a boolean expression. It's either true or false. So when you click on bold and you click true, look at it, the text is already bold. Okay, then if you want it to be in italics again, it's already bold and it's in italics. We can still increase the container, and then so we've achieved our aim here. And let's look down again, see more text formatting options. Okay, so let's stop at this for now, but in your own spare time you can play around all these options that are here, but let's not waste time on it yet. Okay, so you can click here to constrain our stuff. You see, getting constrained, but then we need to give it some value. So let's use 161 here. We want it to be perfectly in the middle of our screen. I've arrived at okay, let's use 161 here too and see what happens to it, to our text. Then this one should not be like this. This one should be, let's say, 500. That's the upper margin. Okay, so this, look at it now, look at the distance between it from this side to where the text is. I've added 500. Look at where it is. Then I added that, I specified that the distance from here to here should be 161, and distance from here again to here should be 161, and that's what I have here. Then the lower part, let me choose something like let's use something like 100 for the lower part. Let's see. If it's not okay, we'll add more. Okay, so this is it. But then I want this to expand a bit, so I have to reduce this one. Let's reduce it to 150 and see what we have. I want it to still be in that horizontal position that it was before now. I don't want it to get truncated because of space. So let's see what happens now. Okay, I'll click on it. So it's still like this. And I can, okay, look at it now. I've succeeded in doing this. So this is it, and we can always increase or reduce it. Okay, I've had it right now in the position that I want it to be, and I've already made it um bold and in italics. So this is what we have. So I think in our next class I'm going to train us on how we can make this to be clickable. Maybe we'll write something that is beautiful about this, then we'll now click this to review the birthday message that we have. So join us in our next class for that one. Thank you.